how popular this league is if we're gonna get many different matches. Old. Yep. Alright, what do we got here? This hand seems kind of close, right? So it needs a third mana source, but like if I hit a third mana source, it's okay. It's got the Mentor in the opener. I feel like I could probably do better than this at 6. I feel like if I don't hit a mana source, the hand doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I think this is a mulligan. Got a lot of mana sources here, but I guess Box Opal's not a mana source in this hand right now. That kind of is. I have a Voltaic Key. I don't know if I just like hit an island. I get to like go Mentor into Gush and have a Flusterstorm. Get a Time Vault and be happy with this hand too. I keep. Let's see how this feels. So we're definitely playing a land on one. The question is, am I playing the Voltaic Key or the Mox Jet? So if I go next turn, let's say I draw land, I'd go Mox Jet, play the land, that leaves me with 5 cards in hand, play the Mentor, that leaves me with 4 cards in hand, Gush. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna pass for now. I'm gonna play the Mox Jet out, just in case they're a deck with a Thorn or Sphere effects. Alright, I'll do pig. What's going on, Squishy? So can't Gush here, but Mentor's in play. Yeah, Vamp Tutor here at end step. It's fetching for some reason. Might as well fetch the Thin. Ding. Alright, so what am I doing here? Putting this into play. Putting this. Play this first to generate storm count for generate storm count for Flusterstorm. It's a pretty decent hit. Tap the Soul Ring. Make some mana. Cast this Outcome. Pick these 3 up. What if I Flusterstorm you? Oh god. Oh god, the stack. Maybe this is like marginally greedy to paradoxical outcome here, because like, no, I guess I'm not passing with Flusterstorm up, so that doesn't It's not really a big deal. Another counterspell? Yeah, they do. Okay. So now I don't have my force up. They have 4 cards. We could be in trouble here. We could die on their turn depending on what kind of deck they're playing. I'm hoping main deck blast means that they're on some kind of fair deck. Hopefully. Alright, crack him for 6. Six power in play. We had a cantrip next turn, we might kill them. Tilt. Alright, this probably means they're on something fair, right? Lotus is dece. Let's put this into play. Not playing this out. It dies to this engineered explosives. Like, why do the tokens need prowess, right? I'm not going to actually stream with Green Red Tron and Legacy at all. I played a couple of leagues with it off stream and it really wasn't impressive. The punishing fires are not good. They're a lot worse than just like having access to Toxic Deluge, I think. They don't fix problems the deck has. If this league goes quickly, we're going to play some, what's the word I'm searching for? We're going to play some Green Black Tron in Legacy, depending on how long this league takes, but I don't think I'm actually going to play Green Red. It's not good. On a boat. Yep. Gross. I guess I play this, and I'm going to cast this. Just like get a prowess trigger, get a monk into play here. I mean, cast this Force of Will now, at least. We don't even have to use the Lotus to do it. Just like blue, 2, and then untap for a 3rd. Sure, that resolves. I like to have a fetch line in play. It's not particularly good. Not 100% sure what they're doing yet. Seen like engineered explosives out of them and pyroblast. I'm like, maybe it's something fair, but they also haven't like shown a win condition yet either. Mana Vault, sure. I feel it could just be a mirror batch where they just like have engineered explosives in the base, because like engineered explosives is like fine in the mirror, right? Recycling an outcome. Tinker. Alright, let's fight over that. I love that these decks just like cast Force of Will so easily because they just like make so much mana. Also gives us another monk token, which is decent. Alright, I think I'm gonna board like it's a mirror. I'm just gonna put Kimball in my deck. Kimball's like... Let me tell you about cards that are good in the mirror. Kimball is pretty good in the mirror. What was I cutting yesterday? I was cutting the Gush and the Mystical Tutor, I think. Or Sunday night. I mean, like, this card's free, right? That's why it's playable. Leave Blight Steel and Mentor in as our win condition in addition to Kimball and Time Vault. Immortal, it's got all the combos in it. What's not to love? Who doesn't want to tinker Yogg-Will monastery mentor people? Vintage is this is just good clean living here, is what this is. Good, the cleanest of living. I mean, yep. This hand's more than good. It's great. Turn one library on the play, huh? Let me teach you about things that are about to be too slow. Am I supposed to Kemble on one? No, just like 0%, right? Just like play this mentor. And like if they force this, then this library is just like never being active. Grixis Thieves. That doesn't sound like a real deck. Is that a real deck? If that's a real deck, we might give it a try. Looking for like a force here, I think. Guess I wouldn't hate a white source either. Yogg-Will mana drain. Do I want the Yogg? I feel like I don't want the Yogg-Will right now, but the mana drain's probably a fine draw. You can just go ahead and pass here, and then like next turn, I get to go like UC, like crack you, hold up mana drain. Man, could you imagine when these decks just got to play 4 of this card? This card's so good. All right, my opponent knows the defenses are down, so kill me. We had a good turn 1. We could die here on 2, though. Half my streams are with fake decks. I mean, to be fair, we don't really know what's with fake or not fake because WotC doesn't give us the data. Give me the data! All I want is some data. And the fact that there's this Kemble and this mana drain in my hand is like, if they could try and go for something here, they should. White Mox. Alright, well, let's play this. I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 4 here. It's not even that they just hide data. It's that they actively, what's the word I'm looking for? They actively make it harder to get data. Like when other people are like, to be fair, Blizzard doesn't really provide a lot of Hearthstone data. Like it's community efforts that like make Hearthstone data happen. But like Blizzard doesn't also step in and be like, no, none of this data nonsense. Am I mana draining that? I feel like I'm mana draining this. It's like getting a trigger. Lets me brainstorm plus Kemble next turn. Heal. Is that a good one? If so, why? Anyone help out? Do we think Time Walk is good here? God, remember that time I mana drained like a sick individual? Oh no! Oh no, not a mental misstep! Oh no! How will I ever win the game now without my brainstorm? If they have force, they have force. Let's say hello to my little friend. The time walk? The time walk? I do the time walk? Are they just dead? They might just be dead, actually, right? Yeah, this is just like lethal prowess triggers. Oh, turn 1 Lotus Mentor. Triggers. Didn't even need Kemble for the mirror. Just play your Mentor on 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you gush your little heart out, opponent. You gush your little heart out. Why is there prowess on the tokens? Why? Why? Alright, 1-0 start in this Vintage League with Tinker Storm. Look, I took a lot of skill to draw my Lotus and my Mentor in my opening hand. Don't you take that away from me, Rang. You take away drawing my Lotus. No, white, blue, red. Okay, so they could be playing anything because that was probably a... This hand does nothing, right? This doesn't do anything at all. Seems like not super exciting, but I can like tutor for a recall and then recall. So that's got to force it into Mana Crypt. So this is probably a fine keep. I didn't necessarily know that they were a Dak Faden deck. Seb, I guess I should assume if I see Volk, they're a Dak Faden deck. I just assumed it was a mirror. We didn't really see what they were playing. No, this is just a normal league. Why not Tinker? Tinker seems great. Sure. Let's get Big Daddy Tinks. Just turn to Crypt Tinker. I like it. I like it. I plan to play all of the major vintage archetypes on stream at some point. All right. All right. My opponent has the power, you could say. All right. Do we still think it's Tinker? I just like Tinker. Hope they don't kill me next turn. That's probably fine, right? Yeah, let's just get Tinker. Where's my Tink set? Like, there's no way this Tinker isn't resolving, right? Because, like, they'd have countered my force. I need to get used to thinking about lines like Tinker. Like, I was definitely, like, thinking about getting recall like I'm playing a control deck here, and we are definitely playing a combo deck, so... Alright, here's my buddy. Go ahead. He's a little baby robot, just hanging out. The littlest, babiest robot. Oh no! Oh no! Is there another bargain coming? That's terrifying. Yep. Yep. They're about to play another bargain on me. Petition, okay. Do they have a Chain of Vapor in their main deck? Holy shit, they have a Chain of Vapor in their main deck. Why did no one tell me that was a thing? I guess they burned 3 cards to do that, so like maybe that was worth it. Tilt. Alright, now I'm thinking I should have just recalled. Now, we both have nothing but like, he's got 4 lands in play, and he's got 1 card in his hand that's like a real card. So like, I guess this puts us on parity on the mana front. I definitely feel behind right now, but it's probably, oh yeah, super behind. They can Yogg-Will here. Am I using that? Probably not. I think that's an overstatement. Like we don't have a Chalice in our deck. Yogg-Will. Yeah, I am pretty dead, right? I guess I could hit a Flusterstorm. Get a couple looks. I got 1 Flusterstorm. We're just gonna die here, right? They get to go land, ritual, lotus, and then bargain. Put Kemble in. Let's cut this Tinker package right on out here. Get rid of that. Yeah, right on out of here. They've got Jark Ritual, so Mental Misstep is probably excellent. I don't think this is a cage matchup because we use our Crypt for Yogg-Will as well. This probably isn't a Gush Tutor matchup. I'm gonna cut the Tendrils too. This leaves Mentor, Time Vault as our win conditions. I think is fine. I have Kemble too. Turn into Kemble control. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. No, I mean, like, I think it's an overstatement because, like, we're playing a Storm deck, right? We're playing a Storm deck and literally aren't playing any of those cards. So, like, it is 110% an overstatement. Like, not even an opinion. All of the Storm decks do not. We are literally playing a Storm deck and not playing any of those cards. I believe you that a lot of them, and that they're worth playing around maybe, but saying all of them is almost certainly an overstatement, especially in a format like Vintage where like there's not a lot of people working on things. So Rebuild's kind of sweet. It does cycle. I disagree with your assessment that they all play those cards. Factually, we are correct, and technically correct is the best kind of correct. And this isn't even just like one of my crappy brews. This is just a deck list that 5-0'd something. Yeah, definitely. As soon as things rotate on Magic Online, we're gonna play some standard. It's great, right? Turn 1 recall. Am I recalling on one? Yeah, probably. I could hit a Mox and then play a Soul Ring. I guess I could go land, Soul Ring top. Soul Ring might elicit a Mental Misstep if they have it. Nah, I'm just gonna recall on one. If we have to discard, we have to discard. Look, Ryan, I'm just playing deck lists that people who are smarter than me played. Or at least luckier than me. They did something at a thing. I made some changes to the blue-red Delver deck we played a little bit with. After playing a couple of leagues with it the other night. Alright, what am I discarding? I have a Yogg-Will, so like whatever I'm discarding like really isn't a big deal. Bin this key, I think. I guess I could bin one of these paradoxical outcomes. Nah, I might want to pitch one of those to a force, so I'm gonna bin the key for now. Draw 2, discard 1. D's turn 1. There might have been merit to just going ring top. And like, even if you are an expert on vintage, like the fact that they just like restricted the powerhouse card in the format certainly means that like things that are popular or givens like need to be reassessed, right? I think that's definitely the truth. All right, not gonna hold up mana during this turn, I don't think. Let's play this. They're auto passing. Sweet. Top 3. What do we got here? These are pretty good. These are pretty good. I think I just want to draw Tolarian Academy next turn. Duress. Yeah, I don't care about that. Kind of sucks to lose the Yogg-Will, I guess, but actually go Academy outcome next turn. Force up, probably, unless they take my force, I guess. Yeah, they took my force. Am I dead? I guess I could be dead here. They could just bargain the crap out of us. Yep. Okay. Haven't played against the deck my opponent's playing before. Could be DED here. And like again, like my opening sequencing might have been suspect here. It's very possible I was supposed to like land Soul Ring top on 1 and then oh yeah, Lotus Bargain. Kill me. What does this do? Exiles all cards, just ran face down and draw 7 cards. Sure. Okay. So we're not guaranteed dead yet because we could draw some forces and Flusterstorms and stuff like that in here. This gets rid of my Tolarian Academy setup for next turn. The fact that I have top in play is really good because it means that they have like a duress or a cabal therapy or something like that here. Thoughtseize, they can't just check for force. Yeah, brainstorm's fine. Man, this is gonna be a sick series of draws with the paradoxical outcome in my hand. gonna be normal start time. Kick off about 7 a.m. on Tuesdays. Most of my stream starts are between 7 and 8. 8:30. A lot of them about 8:30. Tuesdays is gonna be a little bit earlier, yeah. The schedule is linked down below. Be Rich with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Why doesn't my cheer cup exist? Let's reload that. I'm aware these cards go away. I said it would have been a good hand with the Paradox Call coming in my other hand because I would have hit 2 Moxes. Hey, Naser Stab with the new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sure, petition resolves. Oh, this is just the tendrils, right? Yeah, I'm dumb. Alright, not punished. Should have looked for a force in response to that petition, because they certainly had tendrils in their deck, right? I wasn't paying attention to the storm count. But there wasn't a force on top, so I weren't punished anyways. Thanks everyone for hanging out here this morning while we explore some vintage. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for spending your time here with us. Big shout out to the 2 Twitch Prime subscribers we just had. If you're enjoying my content, subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon are the 2 best ways you can support my content here. If you're also enjoying yourself, you can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. You can use promo code Jeff5 to save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience. Mason with the 4-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. A third of a year. Welcome back. InkedGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You can use your own artwork that you have the right to redistribute or select from their wide selection of artwork. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service for someone like me that mostly plays online these days and occasionally you still want to shake the dust off and play in paper. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You just go to Hoagland7 to save 7% of your rentals with them. You can rent a deck for just a weekend or up to an entire month. They're really convenient. I use them a lot when I was traveling a lot too, just because it's expensive to like buy and resell decks when you're changing decks a lot on the Maze Send. I mean, technically Maze Send is a word in there. Those are both words in that username. We're waiting for our 3rd match in this vintage league to pop here. I think after this league, we're going to play some Legacytron. I think I want to just try. I've got just a pile full of Mind Break traps in the sideboard of this deck right now. I think I want to just try this plan. So the problem we are trying to fix in the Legacytron deck right now is 10 out of 10, the Storm matchup. The matchup where Ugin and O-Stone, and they don't care about our fatties. So I think I just want to try a pile of Thorns and Mind Break traps to solve that matchup. We tried White Hate Bears on Sunday. No, Sunday we only played Vintage. Whatever my last stream was, Saturday night, we tried White Hate Bears and Tron, and they weren't particularly good against Storm in Legacy. Like to play first. Seems fine, right? So the problem is that you die before you can play your cards. Elves is not a bad matchup. I don't actually think Elves is a bad matchup. I had spheres in the board and I wasn't boarding them in against Elves. I think we're just gonna go Mox top go here. Elves just felt fine because Elves cares about Elves cares about Oblivion Stone and Ugin with a lot of their draws. Yeah, these are actually fine, right? I just go dupe, dupe, dupe. I definitely want to land, and a fetch land fuels dig through time too. This gives me a redraw. I guess I'm actually just gonna pass the turn here because there's a non-zero chance I shuffle away my top in order to cast a mana drain to not die this turn. Yeah, definitely pimped up monk. I'm just, you know, I'm getting in the goodness that is this. Am I supposed to mana drain this? No, that's probably, mana draining this is probably not worth losing my top. Oh, I plan to play all of the major decks that are popular vintage staples at some point here on stream. I think it's really funny that Preordain is like the cantrip everyone plays in this format just because like it's the only one that's legal. Take a look-ski poo here. What's this third card down? Do I need a mock shit? Yeah, I really don't. I guess drawing the mana drain might be okay here. It might have been wrong not to preordain last turn, honestly. Although I guess I could preordain and bottom these. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw this mana drain. And then cast this and go bottom here. Just like keep my fetch land still. Maybe I'm supposed to shuffle before I do this. It's possible that's the case. Force is a good hit. This is probably a mirror. I'm gonna crack this fetch at this point, I think. And then I'm gonna spin this top. Ox Sapphire. Yeah, the rest of these cards are pretty good. Deep. I'm gonna draw with this. I think with Mana Drain plus Force up here, we're gonna be pretty hard pressed to lose. And like we have Dig and Scroll, so like let's just get the setup going here and make sure we don't die. Well, I guess if I'm forcing, I'm probably pitching the Scroll. Let's step this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Puts another pooper in my bin. I'm just gonna pass for now. I'm getting closer to casting this dig. This is so sometimes we have like really fast starts, but there's a lot of games with this deck that feel like it just plays out like a combo control deck, and that's definitely what we're doing here. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Speaking of combo control decks. We are 10 out of 10 forcing this force because I would love 4 extra mana next turn. Oh, that feels good. So Mana Drain makes a lot of mana. Yep. Alright, we have 4 colorless mana. Let's dig, shall we? Four, 5, 6. And they should be out of interaction because they would have fought over that last one. Drawing, finding Yogg-Will kind of feels bad. Oh, are they dead? Yeah, I just take Voltaic Key and they're dead, right? I just like have Time Vault in my hand and I have 4 mana. I could take this Force of Will just in case. Dig Through Time is great. Let's talk about cards that are great. Untap this one. Take an extra turn. Alright. Tinkerstorm Vault online. Am I just assuming it's a pseudo mirror? Gamble's probably good even if they're no, it's they showed us Forbidden Orchard, so it's Oath, right? Combo. I actually think Tinker Colossus is slow against Oath. Do I want misstep in this matchup? Probably. Counter their missteps. I don't think I want Kemble against Oath. Probably don't mind Cage. Here's a real question. If I'm bringing in Cage, do I cut my Yogwill? If I'm bringing in Cage, do I cut? This is for shops. Energy Flux and Kataki, these are 3 shops cards. What do we think? Anyone that's played more Vintage than me. Yogwill with 3 cages, yay, nay. 1 to Tutor Force, probably not the worst. I think I want the Tendrils. I think I want the Tendrils post board. I could just like only bring in 2 cages too, because like Ryan said, Oath often has a backup combo post board. Need 1 more Kutski Poo here. Alright. Let's do it. Has library on the draw. This hand's obscene, right? I get to like play library, draw a card, play Mox, play Cage. I could cut a key. That's actually interesting. I don't think I've done that in any of the games I've boarded yet. Cutting a key seems very reasonable. Yep. Right, it could get us here. That's pretty good. Yep. This format's sweet. Although we could really use a brainstorm right on time. Force of Will. Speaking of, we usually see enough cards in a match that like fetching for thinning isn't reasonable in a lot of formats, but it feels pretty reasonable in this format. Let's see, best thief in the multiverse versus all of the knowledge that is contained in the Library of Alexandria. So we'll see here. We'll see. They're like draw 3, discard 2ing a turn. I'm just drawing 2 a turn. That's fine. It's like plus a DAC activation. I have to force this, right? Doesn't feel good because all my library is not online. I'm pretty sure I'm obligated to force that. It is kind of close to Pokemon, isn't it, Ryan? Did an Ancient Grudge. I think I'm just passing here. My hand doesn't really do anything. I'd rather get a draw with library next turn than put a land into play. Speaking of, I should have fetched with this the thin. Yep, that's a Jace. Getting the fetches down into play fills up for this dig through type too. I think it's 5 fetchable lands, I believe. Do we have 2 left? Duel and an island? Yep. Yogg will. I have plenty of mana. I think we just need to do stuff this turn, right? Let's thin this last land out of my deck. And draw with this library. That's pretty good. Alright. Yep, let's do it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Do or die. Alright, so we're forcing me pitching dig through time. So I want to dig in response to this, I think. Jace isn't restricted. Right? I'm pretty sure Jace is not restricted. Yeah. I don't know a lot, but I'm pretty sure Jace isn't restricted. Alright. So, exile this, exile this, exile this, exile this, pay 1, 2. See if they have another counter. Oh, Pyroblast. Alright, well, we tried. It's unfortunate. That's fine, we're up a game, right? They know we have nothing because we'd have fought over that stuff if we had anything. Opponent digging vigorously for Forbidden Orchard. Sad trombone noises, indeed. Recall? I get a recall? I guess I probably want to pay to untap this, right? Like, we're a little flooded, right? We drew a lot of lands this game. Just playing a land? Yeah, probably. Like vamp tutoring for recall next turn. Like there's no way we get through this, right? I mean, there's a Gristlebrand right here in my opponent's discard pile. You're into that sort of thing. Assuming this is getting countered, then we're going to concede. Oh, Paradoxical plays around Misstep. That's fair. That's fair. Alright, do I want to change anything? I don't think this is a Kemble matchup. I feel like this might be a Gush matchup, but I also might be slightly biased by the fact that they just had, a bunch of Planeswalkers in play. This is definitely a mana drain match. The more I think about it, the less I like these missteps. think I just want an extra cage. Seems fine. Mox. C pass. Go to Flusterstorm kind of aggressively here if they just try to cantrip. Yogwill, huh? What am I putting back here? I'm putting back like Yogwill, land, and then preordaining, looking for some more artifacts to put into play. Feel like that's an okay line. Yeah, will plus land is what my gut said, and Ryan agrees. Mana Crypt is great. Bottom. I want to bottom this extra force. I'm okay drawing that next turn. No, I think I'm okay drawing that next turn, right? Actually, I'm gonna go top and draw the force now, so that way I could force pitching force, and the next turn I could draw the Mana Crypt and Paradoxical Outcome for 3 with force plus Flusterstorm up. This debt's be a bad, alright? Outcome, pick these 3 up. It's because this deck is sweet. Vintage is a sweet format. So we return these 3 cards to our hand, then we draw 3 cards here. Oh no! This is the stuff nightmares are born of, children. Flusterstorming a Flusterstorm on Magic Online. This is what nightmares are made of. Alright, let's Flusterstorm this copy. Okay. Okay. The next one's gonna target this copy. The next one's gonna target this copy. This last one's gonna target the second copy again. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. So now these are countering unless he pays 1, and then this is countering unless they pay 2. I have 1 mana 2 here as well. GG mini game. I feel like I should be allowed to win. Are we just letting this happen, or do they have another Flusterstorm? Oh, they're just forcing. Alright. This is all I got, opponent. This is all of my stuff. No! Why do they always have all the stuff? Alright, your turn. Man, when your combo turn has Force plus Flusterstorm to protect it, and you get got. I think I'm actually supposed to wait on that, because if I draw a Yogwill, I want to Yogwill. And like, they are super far ahead here, because their deck contains the cards Jace the Mind Sculptor and Dak Faden. The vintage decks on Magic Online cost chose not to shuffle. That's not good for me. Just wait for me to die to my mana crypt. Gush. Alright, that's punishment for not having played a land out. Alright, that's an outcome. Huh. I think we're just trying to do stuff here, right? Might as well. Am I supposed to play this? It cuts me off 2 mana if I do this. So maybe that's not worth it. Draws me an extra card though. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to draw an extra card here. I don't think I want to Vamp Tutor ahead of time. I should have done this before tapping a bunch of mana because I telegraphed the outcome here. Yeah, mana drained here probably. Or blasted. Getting drained. Cost 3. Are we digging into a counterspell? Could be a dig into a counter. No, they pitched a dig to a force. The worst part about this match is oh sure. Oh, we're just grudging and flashing back grudge. Okay, that makes sense. This is like the least bad of the outcomes for me, I think. Like of all the things they could have done here, this one is not that terrible for me. Let's do this. Okay, they're auto-passing here, so I think I'm supposed to Vamp Tutor for a recall and try and keep going off, right? I could Vamp Tutor for Yogg-Will, and then Yogg-Will. Do I have enough mana to do that? Yogg-Will doesn't really do anything at this point, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Tutor is 1, top is 1. So I have 4 mana left over. I think I'm just getting a recall, right? I'm gonna try and keep going off that way. I guess outcome generates mana. Outcome does generate mana, doesn't it? Outcome's technically better, right? Oh, I could just tendrils. No, I can't. I don't have double black. Outcome is free. Yeah, I don't have double black. So I can't actually tendrils here. Alright, put outcome on top of my deck. Draw. I could time walk and then just try again. Time walk gives me an extra land drop here too. I think I like that. Lose our storm count, but some extra mana. So there's a merchant scroll plus 1 on top of my deck. There's a merchant scroll and a library of Alexandria on top of my deck. I think I just want to shuffle and get 3 fresh looks with this top before I start using mana. God, that's awful. Wow, that's bad. So I shouldn't have fetched, I guess. Chris? I don't have enough mana to outcome if I got scroll, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm short. Oh, I could have just played the top, drawn with the top. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna put this cage into play and pass. Now I have to pass, which is unfortunate because I'm a big dumb stupid. Right, now they have hard cast force. If they have that. They already had 2 forces this game, so. Yeah, I want a coin flip. Yay. Alright. Let's do this to start. See what the 3rd card down is. Dig through time. Yep. Do I want to fetch first? There's 3 cards I really don't want on top of my deck. I'll fetch first. Although I guess, no, this was bad. Because if they counter this, I would like that top back. Okay. Do I want that top back? Maybe. We get like mana drained here. They were auto passing last turn. They do not have anything. All right, God bless. So this is just like outcome plus scroll here. Could be outcome plus ponder too. Probably outcome plus scroll. I assume they would have countered that deg, so they should be auto-passing here. Oh, they have Flusterstorm. Okay, yeah, so now I'm really glad I grabbed Scroll. I don't want bottom, bottom. Okay, that's good for me. Yay, winning coin flips. Yeah, this format's a guess, and this deck's a guess in this format. Oh, I'm actually out of outcomes. Did I already play all of them? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Huh. We're actually gonna have kind of a hard time killing them from here, right? I guess we need to assemble Vault Key at this point. Yeah, huh. Man, we're gonna die to this Mana Crypt, aren't we? We're gonna die to this Mana Crypt. Yeah, super dead. All right, well. I don't actually have... I boarded out the Tinker, right? Because they're playing Dak. Maybe this is a Kemble matchup. Vault Key is very bad with Mana Crypt, yeah. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think the fact that they countered that recall means we're going to lose this game. Because, like, I can't Yogg-Will either because I have this Grafdigger's Cage in play. Why did I bring Cage in this matchup? Yeah, we're gonna be 1-2 in this league. Yeah, I knew this deck was too good to be true. The unfair decks are always too good to be true. They're winning. Tilt. I don't know if we boarded wrong. I feel like I'm probably on the play, especially not supposed to have these cages in my deck. Like, what if these cages were Kembles? Like, this cage is also cutting off. Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, we're killing my cage. Sure. Yep. Gonna put a big scary into play. They shouldn't be Kembles. They should be something, though. I feel like I shouldn't have the cages in my deck right now. It'd just be like the Tutors and the Tinkers. Yeah, there's the Gristlebrand. I give it haste. That's funny. Good games opponent. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday morning, hanging out here, playing some Legacy, ladies and germs. We're gonna Legacy Vintage, playing some Vintage. This is not Legacy, this is Vintage. Nope, we've played exactly two Vintage decks. We've played Blue Red Delver and we've played this deck. And this deck scrubs this league, like, it 4-1 to league on Sunday night, so, like, it's paid for itself. So, not gonna be too upset. Yeah, definitely. This deck is pretty high variance, it feels like, which is funny considering we got a deck full of Tutors. But I guess we also have like a deck full of one-ofs too, so it's like, yes, keep. If there's a paradoxical outcome in the top however many cards of our deck, we could kill them on one potentially. We've got the power, ladies and gentlemen. And this is like, it is similar to EDH, but at the same time, like, the matches are best of 3, which feels a lot better. Like, the fact that EDH matches are best of 1 feels miserable. Do I keep 5 artifacts plus Tolarian Academy? Check yes, no. Daddy needs an outcome. Those are pretty terrible, huh? Alright, we're not killing them this turn, which is sad, but no details. Watch them play a Null Rod on one. We'll just like find the tallest building nearby and pitch ourselves off and go play Tron. Time Walk, top. God, these cards are really bad, huh? I'm gonna play this out in case they're playing a Sphere deck. Or maybe have a Duress. I guess I could technically Time Walk here, huh? Alright. I guess we'll cast Time Walk and try again. I mean, it's better than Explore, right? Like, it's gonna untap all of our Moxen. Alright, we need an outcome to be that third card down or a recall. Even Dig and Cruise work at this point. Tutors work too, we just have all the mana. Mystical Tutor, Vamp Tutor, Demonic Tutor. We have a lot of hits on this third card. It kind of sucks that we like looked at 3. Yeah, look at that. That'll do, pig. Oh, I can't do this yet though, because I'm not gonna have a way to get it back. So if I use the top to draw that, I then don't have a way to draw the other card. Hey, Saint Toter SC2 with the brand new 4-day die description. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome. Don't null rod me, opponent. Have a heart. I guess even like a sphere or a thorn here is pretty bad for us, right? Because I kind of want a paradoxical outcome next turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 mana here. Do expose the Academy to Wasteland here. Yeah, that's fair. Although I guess if their turns like waste me go, I'm okay with that, right? No, I don't have double blue, so I'm not okay with that. All right, I'm stupid. We should have held that. Yeah, there was... Oh, they're playing Dredge. Okay. Dredge does play Force in this format. Dredge does play Force. They play Misstep too. Technically, this is our turn 2. I would just like the record to reflect this is technically our second turn. All right, force check. I feel like they have a force and they were like waiting, like they've paused a couple of times. It could just be like disciplined pauses to bluff, but they've paused enough that they could have a force here. Yeah, you always float mana before your outcome. That's why outcome's great, because it's free. Nah, I think seeing one more card is not worth the 1 mana, although I have a lot of mana here, so maybe that's not strictly correct. Oh, that resolved, huh? Oh, look, we drew a Library of Alexandria, another land that's very fair and balanced. Let me tell you about things that are nice and fair here, opponent. Why aren't you auto-passing? If you had a force, you were forcing the outcome. Stop being coy. Looking for a tutor or another outcome here. Remember, there's no justice allowed here. Merchant Scroll technically qualifies as a tutor. I would like to draw a card. Oh no! I have to shuffle away my sensei's divining top. That's so unlucky. We're just the unluckiest, ladies and gentlemen, have to shuffle away our divining top. What a great turn too. Do you think my opponent's having fun? Do I care if my opponent's having fun is the better question. Paradoxical outcome. Make some mana. Make an extra blue mana here. Sure. Pick these guys up. Yes. Cast. Cast. Storm count is 13. Let's hop on a boat here. Man, are we still missing stuff here? God, are we gonna brick? It would be a real tilt if we bricked here. All right, woo, woo! Thought we were gonna brick there for a second. I was a little bit sideways. Thankfully, we found this Lotus and this outcome. All right, so I can cast this Dividing Top 2, hold control, tap top, paradoxical outcome. Whoa, whoa, okay, I did click on everything. All right, good. And now the top draws a card. All right, did I hit Tendrils yet? Did I really not hit Tendrils yet? Vintage is fun. Vintage is fun. Haven't hit. I have Monastery Mentor here too. What am I supposed to do? How much mana do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to just kill them with Tendrils here, is the thing. So I think I'm supposed to Yogg-Will here. I have a Lotus too, so like Yogg-Willing seems fine because I can re-outcome. Great, keep the new one. I probably want blue out of this, not that it really matters. Cast Yogg-Will. So, cast Lotus. Dupe, dupe, dupe. Alright. Hold down control, draw a card, hold down control, draw a card, cast paradoxical outcome, pick all of these up. All right, there's a Tendrils in here somewhere, right? Anyone? No Tendrils yet, huh? You get 2 more draws here. Oh wait, I have draws floating. Let's just vamp tutor. There it is. Oh god, what if we get mind break trapped? I have forces in my hand, right? There's forces in here somewhere. I feel like I have Force of Wills in my. I do have Force of Wills in my hand. All right, draw a card. Cast. Where's my Lotus? There's a Lotus in here somewhere. Let's just look at this storm count. Can everyone appreciate the storm count? Should we just go for max storm count? I feel like going for max storm count is almost required at this point. Does anyone disagree? Anyone else feel obligated to get the maximum amount of storm? 45. We could keep going. I feel like I could keep going. Yeah. Storm count. Storm count. Storm count. All right. Now I don't want to time out if we have a long time. All right. Where's the black one? There it is. All right. Cast Tendrils, target you. Oh no, we have to click same targets 49 times? Oh no! Oh no! This deck has to have a decent dredge matchup, right? Because, like... My opponent said, cool, a little overkill though. I said, you are allowed to scoop at any point. I'm just here to draw cards. Whee! Alright. Man, there's 6 Dredge Hate cards in this sideboard? That's so many pieces of Dredge Hate. The storm count was 49. That's so much Dredge Hate. Tinker seems great. Gush seems mediocre. Tutor seems mediocre. Flusterstorm seems mediocre. Mana Drain seems pretty mediocre. That's actually really clean, right? Just like 6 in, 6 out. Is this... How do we feel about this, chat fam? This felt really clean. Are there any other cards I don't want in my deck? Six is the agreed upon number, okay. But I mean, like, this deck could also just, like, combo them, right? It's not like a fair deck where, like, we have to have those. We have to have our hate to beat them. We could just do what we did there. It's just, like, kill them on our 2. Or 3, technically, but they only got 1 turn. Something like this. I think force is fine to force their forces. Also forces their anti-hate pieces. See, it's pretty terrible. It's like mediocre, right? Like it doesn't really do anything. It like preordains okay, like has a tinker in it, but like no dredge hate, like not powerful. So am I allowed to keep this? This feels like the low end of keepable. How do we feel about this hand? Could be 3 anything. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Tinker's kind of graveyard hate. It's slow graveyard hate. It is turn 2 rip. Yeah, it is. All right, let's keep it. Scry 2. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm gonna bottom that because I wouldn't mind drawing a cage. Now that's good clean living right there. That's good clean living. Your leyline resolves. God, leyline seems really bad in your deck. I don't know vintage dredge at all, so I might be an idiot for saying this, but like leyline in your deck that needs to mulligan for Bazaar seems like super loose. I'm gonna pass. We're gonna vamp tutor for a rip. They have extra mulligan. Yeah, but like, so like you're looking for 2 different cards? That seems pretty unlikely. How much power are they gonna put into play on turn 2 here? Probably a lot. What we're vamp tutoring for might change here depending on how much power they put into play. Oh, they main deck it? Just like main deck leyline? It's hot. Yeah, they've got 2 bridges here. There's a Flamekin Zealot. We might need to recall to try and hit force blue card too if they Flamekin Zealot us. They only have a thug in here. Okay, they hit a Cabal Therapy. Did they not hit another Dredger? They did not hit another Dredger. That's kind of great. Oh. Oh, are we dead? I think we're dead. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit force blue card on this recall or we're dead. Because I have 3 bridges. No, this is game 2. We won game 1. We killed them on our turn 2 in game 1. Just like Belcher beer matches here. We are basically playing a Belcher beer match. Now the opponent gets a turn. Come on, me opponent! Right, so this is a spot check for a Force of Will. Like, almost certainly, right? Look, I just want to do some busted things. Is that asking so much? I just want to crack things in half on occasion. Dredge in Modern didn't get pushed down by the Grave Troll ban, it's just people started playing cards for it. Oh, they do have a second therapy. Huh. Names Tendrils of Agony. Why do we have rested pieces on our board? That card's way too slow. Rip seems fine on the play. You can turn 1 Rip. That's super fair. You could turn. Watch us recall into Opal into like Mox plus Cage and just be like really sad that I didn't recall on 1. Remember that time I generated 50 Storm in game 1 and I still had more time on my clock than my opponent right now? I don't. Oh, people are so slow. They're so slow. They're so slow. Whoa. Opponent messed up, possibly. Can we punish? Force blue card, please. No justice. None of the justice. Morning, avid user. I'm just gonna submit. I'm happy with how we boarded. Especially happy cutting the Yogg Will if they have Light of the Void in their deck. Deal Areno. Rogue's comment about them not having Force because they have Undiscovered Paradise. I have no idea. MTG bot posted in chat sometimes. I think this opponent was 0-1. And we're 1-2, so like, see it. I'd love to play first. Keep. I'm just gonna go UC pass here, because if my opponent like has a therapy or something on one, I want to be able to get another rest in peace. Nope. I'm just playing a decklist card for card that was successful previously. There is a 0% chance that I will ever be invited to anything on the official Magic channel. In fact, you could probably argue there's a less than 0% chance I ever get invited to anything on the Magic channel. I'm actually think I'm gonna vamp tutor for a force here. Just so like I could like guarantee this rip resolves, I think. And then like protect it after the fact. I constantly piss in Watsy's Cheerios and talk about like, oh, you know, maybe I should have boarded the dig and the cruise out. I should have boarded the dig and the cruise out, right? Because I have Rip and they have Leyline. Yeah, I guess I have a force to pitch this to now, but like, I 10 out of 10. Drax, thank you very much for the cheers. I appreciate it. I constantly point out things that like need to change or improve with Magic Online. I'm very critical of like their organized play structure and like the lack of rewards that scale and stuff like that. Like there's when Watsy makes a boo-boo, I make sure to point it out. All right, and now we have to play a game where like I need to try and kill them somehow at some point before they kill us. Rest in peace. What's going on, Cheesy? Good morning, Declan Scott. Did you have a good sleep? That one's water in it too, I promise. I promise both the cups have water. Correct. I point out when the companies do good and bad. Unmask. I think I'm just keeping them out of my hand, right? Nah, this is fine. If they want to take my force, they can take my... They might take my preordain and just leave us both flailing here for a little while, which is probably fair.
Hey,
you want to watch a show? Pick your favorite show. Pick your favorite character on the TV. They took my Mox Opal. Okay. Okay. You want animal mechanicals? Animal mechanicals? No, you don't want that one? All right, pick a different one. Backup Rip. Yep. All right, let's just get that on out there. This doesn't make mana, right? No, of course not. Lord knows I want it. Why are you all watching me? Do you realize that you could open Netflix and launch Animal Mechanicals at this very moment? And Animal Mechanicals can. Let's just be clear that the Animal Mechanicals can. We have 2 rips at our 75. Okay. You want Robocar or Animal Mechanicals, dude? Dude, chill out. Yeah, remember that time I said I should have boarded these out? Pepperidge. Oh no, the TV locked up. Stupid thing. All right, Tolarian Academy, Grafdigger's Cage. I think we're going bottom with these. Cast this so we don't get unmasked on it. Maybe I'm supposed to not play that. Why? These are the questions I ask myself often too, Declan. Why? All right, the TV is frozen. The smart TV is not so smart. We need to reboot it. Caillou or Riot. It's tough being 2, huh? Yeah, like they could like claim my Lotus here. Oh, baby. Hardcast Golgari Thug has been called. All right. I don't know what we're getting with this, but it's certainly going to be something. Is it just recall? I feel like I'm just getting recall here, right? The classic 3-mana draw 3. All right. It's basically ladder pause site, right? Mentor's not a bad idea. Oh, I could have tinkered. God, there were so many better things to do than draw. I just always want to draw 3 cards is the problem. Oh, I just drew the tinker anyways. God, I'm such a professional. Gonna cast this Time Walk. We're getting close to casting this Treasure Cruise. There's a Blight still in my deck right now, right? Yep, didn't mess that up. Double Force. Let's go! Let's go! Say hello to my little friend, Blightsteel Colossus. He's not so little. He's very big. Very big. Very big. Very, very large artifact, gentlemen. Gentle lady. Gentle lady golem. You're indestructible, right? Destroy target artifact, indestructible. Destroy target artifact, indestructible. What are the odds? No, you sacrifice the Grafdigger's Cage to Tinker. It's perfect. It's perfect. This is destroy. This is indestructible. All right, I'm gonna let this resolve, hoping Magic Online isn't bugged. I'm gonna let this resolve, hoping Magic Online works as intended. Do we play around Magic Online being awful? No, I think this is fine. Fingers crossed! Ah, it lived! It lived! It lived! Remember that time I generated 50 Storm on turn 1, and my opponent ended the game with 3.5 minutes less on their clock than I did? Anyone else remember that? All right, we're 2-2. Let's see if we can cash this league. We cashed our last 2 vintage leagues, including with this deck, so let's go! If you're just joining us, welcome, good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We are hanging out playing some vintage Magic the Gathering here right now. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, you want to help me produce more content like this, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The best way is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. Using code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on all of your singles orders. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including lots of different TCG singles, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic the Gathering. Of course, using code Jeff5, you could save 5% on your singles orders from Cool Stuff Inc. InkGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12 at checkout there, you could save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves. You can use your own custom artwork or upload or select from their wide range of awesome artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. If you're someone like me that plays mostly online and you want to play in paper periodically, it's a great service. You don't have to buy a bunch of cards. Or if you're someone like me, like last year, who is playing and traveling a bunch, renting is convenient because I don't have to deal with like buy listing stuff and refinding new things. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and pop into our last vintage match of the day. Cool Stuff Inc. is the place that Evan Irwin works for. I think this hand is fine. It's got a preordain in it. It's got a dig. I don't have any super powerful cards. We've got like Force Flusterstorm to keep our opponent in check. Someone asked what we're going to be doing next. This league, we ended up going a little bit longer than I thought, so we're probably going to pivot into some Hex Shards of Fate after this match is done. What am I doing here? Underground Sea? Feels like an Underground Sea. Yeah. Underground Sea, Preordain, Outcome. I'm really not looking for Outcome yet, right? Don't really have enough stuff. I'll take a second land, though. What are we hexing with today? I think I'm going to dick around a little bit. I think I'm going to play the Furiko combo deck a little bit to start. The Sapphire Wild deck. Been a while since we got people with that. Sure, Eva Moxon. I don't actually think this deck list is below the stream, because Magic Online doesn't have an API. It's gonna be good at some point, probably. I'm gonna cast this. Solarian Academy is kind of scary. Every season I've played Hex so far has had a variety of different decks that were competitive and interesting. This season right now, there's probably 3 decks that are considered tier 1, another 2 or 3 decks that are tier 2, and then there's a variety of fringe decks that people play after that. The most important thing about Hex is that, like, their competitive ladder's free to play on, so, like, you don't have to spew money trying new things, which is nice. Occasionally, I just, like, register a bunch of things that are bad. For 5 American dollar roonies, we will 10 out of 10 play the Blood Diamonds constant deck. Maybe not today, but this week for sure. I'm going to play the Furiko deck today. I think I just want to force this. This is just like force pitch dig. And if they want to fight over this, I have a Flusterstorm. Hopefully they fight over this. I Flusterstorm, we win. Yeah, sweet. All right. And then let's rip a land and then untap and tinker and kill them. Actually, drawing a Mox would be better, right? This is going to be counter unless they pay 4 on... And again, I'm targeting the recall with the Flusterstorm copies here. Let's just put all of these on the recall. I think our first vintage brew is going to be a main deck Kemble deck. Mox. Not a Mox Opal, regular Mox. Lotus, huh? Lotus, you say? That'll do, pig. That'll do. If they have a counter spell, they're gonna get us. But if they don't have a counter spell, dupe. 3 forces. All right, that's fine. We have a key and a Lotus in play. Go. This unfortunately only draws 1 card currently, so we're just going to pass. I agree. Blood Diamond Constant, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 playing. And actually, I can cast Force off this Lotus now, which is nice. Maybe we'll play Constance second. I'm going to start with the Furiko combo. Maybe we'll do Constance after that. I haven't thought about updating that deck in a while. I had someone ask about that deck yesterday in the subs Discord, too. Demonic Tutor. Sure, I think I just want to force whatever they're tutoring for. Could be wrong. But, like, if they don't cast whatever they're tutoring for this turn, like, we draw a land, I wouldn't mind just, like, outcoming to pick up my Lotus and my key. I don't think. Yogwill would be a pretty good draw, too. You were the one who asked. Perfect. What do you got here for 2 mana Skidoo? Looking for Moxen at this point. You mana draining me? Yeah, it could be a dig. Yeah, I'm willing to force that. I think I'd rather bend my Lotus than do that. Oh, look, a Yogwill. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. Bottom, top. Yawgmoths will be done. 10 out of 10 casting Yogwill next turn. Alrighty. You need to take the space out of that link there that Burgle posted. Twitch slaughters links from that website for whatever reason. Seems like a worse past in flames. No 0 out of 10 would not bang. Worse past than flames. I'm usually cutting these three. I think Gush is okay. I'm gonna cut the tendrils. Just leave Mentor, Time Vault, Kemble in. This seems fine. So like they weren't dying that turn, but the game was effectively over, right? Like I was gonna get to recall and then do some other stuff. Like pretty reasonable chance they just bite it. Seems pretty good. That link Burgle posted loads right up. You got to remove the space in between the hashtag and the exclamation point. You see how there's a break in the URL there? Key would be decent. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Almost. I technically have Mana Drain plus Force up this turn. Lotus of your own, sure. Merchant, Brainstorm, Kemble. Huh. Do I want to pitch PO or do I want to pitch like this Brainstorm or this Scroll? Well, I mean, like, if this Mana Drain resolves, I'm going to have +3 mana next turn, right? Yeah, I think I want to flip into the Scroll here. All right, and they're pretty far off of their library activating again now, which is nice. Man, they were gonna have a pretty good turn too. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have 5 mana, so I get to cast top, draw with top, hold priority, paradoxical outcome, pick up top, pick up box, and draw 3 cards total. I really don't like the Dark Depths decks in Legacy. I might try the Turbo Depths deck, but like the 4-color Loam type deck and lands, I really don't like those decks. I don't think they're particularly good. They haven't felt good when I played them. The Turbo Depths deck seems interesting though. I'm probably going to play that one at some point. Every time I've played lands and when I've played against lands, it doesn't seem particularly impressive. Would you like that? There you go. All right, so top. Hold control. Draw. Outcome. Pick these up. Land? So unlucky. You want to spin top it upkeep so I can try to find a land here? I mean, Jody's a very good Magic player. Jody would likely do well with any deck that's reasonably close to being tiered in Legacy. Oh no! Oh no, it's the Kemble mirror. Is this a literal mirror match? This might be a literal mirror match. Did I board my Blightsteel out? I did. Huh. Blightsteel needs to come back in so we can beat this. I won game one. Yeah, I won game one, right? Yeah, they were on the play. I think without the... I have more cards in my deck, I win. Am I brainstorming here? Yeah, I'm just gonna brainstorm. No. Oh, we have a mentor in our deck still, right? We have a mentor in our deck still. I have a mentor in my deck still. Their mentor got countered. I mana drained it on one. I'm gonna put back Paradoxical Outcome because that one's not probably going to be very good. And I guess this pitches to my force, right? I'm putting back a land. Is this Ponder even very good? No, I'm actually just going to throw back the Ponder for now. Because, like, I don't really want to cast Ponder. Oh, just said type for Caracas, I guess. That's one idea. There's a Demonic Tutor. So next turn we'll go Tutor into Mentor. Oh, tutor for key. Because I'm dumb. Okay, they put Tinker on top of their deck. Yeah, I should have gotten key right, and then we'd have killed them here. Punted. Oh. I'm not here to lie to anyone. When I make a mistake, I'm gonna be one of the first ones to tell you I made a mistake. I really don't want either of these cards. Definitely don't want Mana Crypt. That one just kills me. GG and well played. GG opponent. Sweet. Escaped the league with the old 3-2 with the vintage Storm deck. This format is really sweet. I like this format a lot. This deck seems powerful. Kemble is just like insane. He's really powerful against a lot of the things that people are doing in vintage, it feels like. But I think I definitely want to try like a Deathrite Shaman Kemble Mox deck at some point. Yeah, and the next time we play Tron, we're probably going to play Tron the next time we play on stream. And I think I just want to try and jam a fistful of Mindbreak Traps on the board, just like Thorns and Traps. You don't lie to people. This is Legacy Tron. This is Legacy Tron. At any rate, this is going to